What do you do with your time? I want to share a story with you today about an event that profoundly transformed my life. In the year 2003, I was working as an executive coach with teams and leaders. At one professional development workshop, a colleague introduced an exercise that we should learn by doing it ourselves, so we could do it in terms with others. The exercise was called the Amazing Achievement Award. The idea was that we had to think 7 years into the future, and we would be receiving an award for something amazing we did. Our task was to write the speech of acceptance. In the speech, we had to write, okay, what is it that we did? Who helped us? What were some obstacles that we had to get over? I liked it. I am a playful person, so I immediately jumped into that game and said, oh, that's for me. So I started to think, 7 years in the future, that would be 2010. That is far away. Okay, so 2010, and I'm getting an award. So why would anyone give me an award? Well, let's think. What do? I'm a coach. Yes, good, but not for an award. I write a newsletter, not for an award. I do some work on strategy, not for an award. I cook. I go to the gym. In 10 minutes, I had an existential crisis. Because I had a very happy life. But suddenly I realized that nothing that I was doing was deserving an award. So I panicked. But then, next breath, you're a coach, so do some self-coaching. Okay, don't panic, relax, take a deep breath, feel your feet on the ground, and now start to write down what are the things that you are good at doing, that you like to do, and maybe in a different setting, it could become an amazing achievement. Okay, sounds like a plan. So I start writing, okay, I'm good at having one-on-one conversations, I'm pretty inspiring others, I like to imagine possibilities. I got the idea. I know what I will do. I will be a coach for very important corporate leaders, and because of the conversations and my coaching, they start to review the decisions they are making, and they become better agents to do good for the world. They do better decisions that have an impact on the world, a good impact. I liked it. I mean, they would do the work and I get the award. But it was enough for me in the moment. Then the next thing I thought, well, in a moment, how do these people even know I exist? Well, let's see, let's plan backwards. Maybe I'm teaching in a very important university. Oh, maybe I have written a book. Well, to teach there, I better get a doctorate degree. And to get a doctorate degree, I better finish my master's thesis. How much time do I have? 7 years? I think I can do that. So what I had done is I had thrown into the future an anchor. And that gave me intention. That gave me a purpose. And I felt so good about it. Now, fast forward, 7 years later, I'm walking into the halls of a big church in Manhattan, and I'm getting my doctorate degree. Okay, it's not an amazing achievement. It was quite an achievement, I have to say. But the most interesting thing is that, as you know, the map is never the territory. And what had happened during those 7 years profoundly transformed my own life. To understand what it means to be a leader and make decisions that have a good impact on the world, I started my research interviewing business leaders that actually were making a good difference on the world, on the society, on the environment. I was not so much interested in what they are doing or what they did, but why did they do it? What motivated them? What inspired them? What were they thinking? What did they know? What were they feeling? And I thought maybe if we can learn something from them, maybe there is something that we can intentionally develop. as I was reading through my transcripts of hours of profound one-on-one conversations with business leaders of small, medium, and large corporations, I started to see a pattern. At some point in their life, they connected dots among information they already had, but they were not connecting it. For example, they knew that we have big social problems on the world. They know that we have a depletion of natural resources, or that we are polluting water, air, soil. But suddenly it all connected, and they said, this is really bad. And also, are we contributing to this? We in the industry, my industry, are my decisions contributing to these problems? They felt terrible. And by feeling this disconnect between what they thought, what they knew, and how they felt and their values, they were in distress and they felt the need to act. They said, I need to do something. I cannot be the only one seeing this. I need to talk to others. We have to do something. I realized that there was a pattern between understanding the state of the planet, how these things connect, and our own contribution. And that is very motivating to act. I call this the sustainability mindset. So at that point, I said, maybe it's not just about coaching individuals. Maybe we could take it larger if I develop a program, a course, where we can teach these things. So I designed a program, a course, to develop the sustainability mindset. In that course, we talk about the state of the planet, what is happening, but more importantly, we check what is my contribution. How am I, through my behaviors, my consumptions, my habits, how am I contributing to the problems, and what will I do about it? What it takes is very important to slow down. Because we all live in a very hectic life, and we have a lot of things to do, but if we are on the train, there is no way that we can stop and say, where are we going anyway? So this has a slower pace, and through this slower pace, we can reflect, and we can take a look at ourselves and ask ourselves, why am I doing what I am doing? Is this what I want to do? What is the difference I want to make? Why am I here anyway? This program that I have been teaching now for a number of years at the graduate and undergraduate levels, already the first time that I ran it, I couldn't believe what was happening. Week after week, I could see the transformation of the students. They started to ask themselves, well, you know, I was looking at this chicken and wondering, how am I contributing to the problems in agricultural farming, in industrial farming? Or they were looking at where they were living, and I said, do others know about the problems we are having on the planet? And they felt their responsibility, and they started to check it with their own values. They were filled with questions more than answers, but they felt that they were on the right track and they needed to act. Sounds familiar? Yes, and they started to talk to their colleagues, to their girlfriends and their families. You know, have you heard about this? I think we need to do something. It was amazing. So after a few years of seeing that, I said, well, maybe we can take it to the next level. What if we tried it out in different places? So I talked to some colleagues that I had met over the years and asked them, are you interested in learning about the sustainability mindset and maybe developing it with your students? So now we have a network of 22 universities in 17 countries, from New Zealand to Africa, Europe, and the Americas, where professors are developing this sustainability mindset with their students in different ways. But what they are doing is they are helping them connect information with values, with purpose, with their heart, and act. So much that now we are a United Nations Prime Working Group for the Sustainability Mindset, and hopefully even expanding further. I'm not done. Well, why am I sharing all this with you? I think it goes back to the first question. What do I do with my time? I believe that we all have some tacit cultural tasks. One task is to find something that, oh, sorry. There you go. One task is to find something that you're good at doing. The other task is to find someone to love. And we spend a lot of time with these two cultural tasks. What if we had a third task, though? The task to use our time on the planet to make a difference, to use our skills to leave our personal fingerprint and make it better as we found it. And if that would be our personal task, how would it be? So, as you go home today, I want to leave you with that question. What is it that you do with your time? How are you using your very unique skills, your capacities, to make a difference? What is perhaps an amazing achievement award that is expecting you somewhere in the future? We are the first generation that has the technology and the knowledge to shift the path of our planet, to end poverty in the next 15 years. This is the first time we have that possibility. The environmental and social challenges are huge, but we have the tools and the will. Now, it just takes a little shift in our mindset. It takes connecting what we know with our heart and with a purpose. The clock of the planet is ticking. So will we do it? Or as Mary Oliver would say it, what is it that you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? Thank you very much.